Hi, my name's Sock Smith and welcome to my first video on the channel. Well, besides these ones, but we don't talk about those anymore. This is my first video like this, and I thought I might make it into a series of my great, average, mediocre, terrific, kinda interesting, but not really, life. I need to come up with a better name for that. Maybe just my life. Yeah, as this is the first video in the series, I thought I'd talk about something that everyone who knows me IRL immediately associates me with. Blood noses. Blood noses are the bane of my existence. Do you know that I used to get one, if not two, blood noses every day in grade 3? Do you know how much blood I lost from those? I lost enough blood I could probably be a blood donor for like 500 people that year. Now, blood noses normally happen when you have an injury that has hurt your tissue inside your nose, normally in the upper lateral cartilage. Cartilage. Unlike others, for my case, I have had upper lateral cartilage weakened tissue in my nose from birth. So I don't only get blood noses whenever my nose got damaged. No! I got blood noses for things like if it was too hot outside, or if the season had just changed, if it was too dusty outside. But worst of all, I used to get blood noses if I had already had one not too long ago. Like if I had one blood nose, then I'd almost guaranteed to have another one later. It was absolute bull! It's like the blood nose had a plan to get revenge on me because I had managed to stop it earlier.
Oh, I see you stopped me earlier. But now it's time for my revenge.
So back in primary school, in the sick bay, like the place where you go when you're sick, there were signs up on the wall that showed students' allergies and health conditions. And you could only get on this board if you had a major problem. Like if you touched a peanut, then you'd explode. And guess what? One day when I had another blood nose, I went into the sick bay and found my face staring back at me on the wall, that I was prone to getting blood noses. That means my school had seen my copious number of blood noses and deemed it a serious medical condition. That's how many blood noses I had. But for some reason, I was really proud of myself for getting on that wall. I don't know why. But what can I say, I was a dumb kid when I was young. I was so proud that when I got home that day, I bragged to my mum that I had a serious medical condition. Hey mum,
Guess who has some serious medical condition?
One time at primary school, I had a blood nose that lasted for over 3 hours. It went for so long that I got told to go home because I had lost too much blood and I wouldn't be able to concentrate on my work. Now, the best thing to do when something like this happens is to wait till it finishes, then go straight away and eat some red meat. If you're not sure why, red meat actually helps you get blood back quickly because it helps with red blood cell regeneration. So after I had this blood nose that lasted 3 hours, my mum cooked me some red meat to eat straight away. I didn't really know why at the time, but I was happy I got to eat some red meat because I'm definitely a carnivore. Now this is the controversial part. How do you stop a blood nose? Now many people have different ideas on how best to stop it, but coming from a guy who has over 1,500 blood noses, barely any of them work. People used to say that I had to put the tissue to my nose, sit down and tilt my head back so that the blood clots. Now the problem with that is, sure, it works eventually. Everybody does. But as soon as you sit back up again, then it starts to bleed again. The best way I found to stop one is just to put the tissue to your nose and sit up and wait for it to finish. I know it's nothing fancy, but it works. Although if you can feel the blood nose just coming before it just starts to come out of your nose, I recommend just breathing in as much as you can through your nose, like you're smelling something you're never gonna smell for the rest of your life. Just take it in as much as you can. Just suck it in! But if you do this for like 5 minutes, you'll end up freezing the blood and stopping it right in its tracks. I don't know about you, but 5 minutes seems a lot better than 3 hours to me. Now I mentioned earlier that in my case I might have some weakened tissue from my nose, like from birth, but I believe that most people who constantly get blood noses aren't because they get bullied at school. Although that could be a main cause of it, like it was for me at times. But it's actually genetic. My reason behind this is that I have a sister. Now the lucky person that she is has only ever had one blood nose. I think it was because it was too hot out or she got hit on the nose. Can't remember, because I mean, it was a fair few years ago, but yeah, kind of like the thought that I might have caused it, but... So I'm no genius, but if she's only ever had one blood nose, and I've gotten over 1,500 of them, there's definitely something else at play here. I've since have grown out of having blood noses, because my nose tissue got more dense, so if you have them often, then I mean, you'll just have to deal with them for now and wait till you're older. If any of you who are watching this video have had other very weird experiences with blood noses, or just bored, then go feel free to comment down below your stories of blood noses. And feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed this kind of thing, so I can know to make more of this kind of thing. I don't know how this is going to turn out, so I mean, I really hope you enjoyed it, but catch you guys later.